everybody, welcome to the Sports Grind Season 3, Episode 20. My name's Tyler Wargo, and today we have a lot to talk about, going with having a Super Bowl winner and NBA action from last night. 4 games that went on, we have 4 winners. So let's kick it off. I really want to get into this. Rams beat the Bengals 23-20 in Los Angeles. Big game, really good game. Obviously, it was really close. I really thought the Bengals were going to win, but no. LA took it home, they won, and they are now Super Bowl champions. So let's really talk about this, because I know a lot happened. And to start off, man of the game was no doubt Aaron Donald. I know a lot of people would be very shocked that I would say Aaron Donald. A lot of people would say, oh, I thought you would say Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford. But no, honestly, I just think it was Aaron Donald. Even though he only had 2 sacks and 3 tackles, I still think he got the job done, considering that, you know, the Bengals offense is really good. Burrow, obviously one of the best QBs in the Bengals franchise. He really got the job done by sacking Burrow. And really, going with not only the Aaron Donald was the key factor, but the Rams defense was the game changer. Now, let's look at it. Aaron Donald, I mean, this guy is retiring. This guy left off on such a good note, it's not even funny. I mean, this guy, he did it for his family, he did it for the Rams, and he did it for himself. And he really ended off on a good note. Really doing well, and going forward in the future, Aaron Donald is really something to look back to. Eli Apple got what he deserved. Obviously, there's a lot of talks going around Eli Apple and really what he said on his Twitter. He was bashing the Saints fans and Giant fans as he used to play for them. Really, he was just dissing the entire franchise that the Saints and Giants had with him, and saying that he was never meant to be on the Giants and Saints. Really, look at me now. I'm the best cornerback you guys would ever have. I made it to the Super Bowl on the Bengals without you guys. Whatever. You know what I mean. And it really costed him, really gave him bad karma in the end. Obviously, he costed the game-winning touchdown to Cooper Kupp. Obviously, Cooper Kupp made the touchdown with him defending him. And really, he could have intercepted that. He really could have interfered with that pass right there, but he didn't. He didn't do anything about it. He really costed them the game in the fourth quarter, and that's what made the Rams win the Super Bowl. But yeah, Eli Apple, I mean, this is what happens when you criticize your past teams. Really, karma got back to him. So there's 2 questions about the Super Bowl that needs to be asked, and one of the questions is not that good of a question, but I'm going to answer it anyway, and that was playing in Los Angeles the reason why the Rams won? Clearly, that was not really the reason why they won. I mean, I get it, home field advantage. Rams had a lot of fans showing up at the game, but really, the fans were kind of equal. I mean, we saw plenty of Bengal fans at the game. We saw plenty of Rams fans at the game, and really, the Bengals had it all the way through until the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, they weren't having any execution on the offense nor defense. They really gave up the game in the fourth quarter. But yeah, I mean, definitely being in Los Angeles was not really the big reason on why the Rams won. I mean, obviously, the Bengals, they could have definitely won. But another question that's based around that is, could the Bengals have won? And certainly, I mean, having that 10-point lead in the second quarter was really crucial right there. Obviously, the defense was superb, but maybe we cannot see as much sacks that Joe Burrow allowed. Maybe we could have saw more execution on the running game. Obviously, Joe Burrow's passing game was not there for him. And really, like I said, the fourth quarter, I mean, it really slowed down the Bengals' offense and defense. They really did not execute on the field. They kept interfering and getting those turnovers, and that was what costed them. So, a final note on the Super Bowl, and to really wrap it up for the NFL for this show, and that is just, you know, LA is now the city of champions. A lot of people would disagree with me. I know I'm having peers disagree with me, people on the internet disagree with me, but really, LA is the city of champions. I mean, obviously, if we look back 5-6 years ago, Boston was the city of champions. They had the Celtics, the Patriots, the Red Sox, winning a bunch of World Series and a bunch of Super Bowls. And, you know, definitely we now are seeing that shift from Boston to now Los Angeles. Los Angeles, in the matter of 3 years, three teams have won a title. We have the Dodgers winning a title in 2019. We have the Lakers 2020. The Lakers winning in 2020. And now, 2 years later, the Rams now are Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl and now have a championship. I mean, what's next? The Kings? The Galaxy? I mean, I definitely think it's possible. Obviously, the Kings, they're not going to win anytime soon. The Kings are not that good of a hockey team. But yeah, LA's right now, for basketball, football, and baseball, I think they really are the city of champions. So we now take over the NBA action from last night, Friday night hoops. Heat battled the Hornets in overtime and won 111-107. Great game. Not going to lie, I was very shocked that the Hornets were able to keep it close. They went to 2 overtimes. I mean, that was just, they really executed on the court. Although we should have saw more from LaMelo Ball considering how well he can execute on the court defensively and offensively. He only had 14 points. But as for the Heat, their record right now is 38-21. And as for the Hornets, it's 29-31. Kyle Lowry had 25 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. Kyle Lowry, obviously, he is actually shutting it down for the Heat right now, playing just as good as he did on the Raptors, which is really good. But yeah, I would say that if they just kept the passing game up, maybe they could have gotten the more assists. Hornets definitely could have won the game. Nets lost to the Wizards 117-103 in Brooklyn. We finally are seeing a lot from Patty Mills. Obviously, when Patty Mills was in the game against the Knicks, Patty Mills is not putting up any points. Nets could not hit any shots beyond the arc. And, you know, they still are not hitting shots beyond the arc. I mean, their shots are not going in. They got to work more in the paint. And this is how they're going to find these wins. But, like I said, they don't have Simmons in the lineup. And once Simmons gets in the lineup, we will definitely see more W's being picked up by the Nets. And as for the Wizards, I mean, right now, they're winning some games. Pay attention to DC right now. I mean, without having the rookies in the passing game and the strategy that they're having right now on the court, they would not be winning as much games. But I think it's Nito and the rookies that the Wizards have right now are really helping. Mavericks won against the Pelicans 125-118. Bucks took the L against the 76ers in Milwaukee. Big game right there. And now that was a really good game too. Obviously the Bucks being one of the best in the league, going with the 76ers. But I think we got to shift gears now. We can't really fully look on the Bucks as being the best in the Eastern Conference. We now got to look at the 76ers. I mean, these guys are absolutely stunning on the court right now. 76ers record is 35-23, while the Bucks record is 36-24. So it's very close right now that we're seeing in the record. And I really think that we're going to be seeing these guys face off again, hopefully in the playoffs. But yeah, that game, man of the game, was definitely Joel Embiid. This guy dropped 42 points, 5 assists, and 14 rebounds. Joel Embiid, obviously, he's one of the best players on the team right now. Probably one of the best centers in the league, if I'm going to be honest with you. If we can compare him to Giannis Antetokounmpo, honestly, we're seeing Joel Embiid kind of surpass him with the most points, most rebounds, and certainly most execution when it comes to defense. Now, what can the 76ers work on? I mean, obviously, every team in the league can have something to work on. And 76ers, as much as they can get these wins right now, they still had much to work on, going with reducing the 12 turnovers that they have. Obviously, they had more turnovers than the Bucks offensively, and we could have definitely saw maybe some less turnovers. I definitely think that they don't have Harden in the lineup yet, and obviously they're kind of having the rookies stay in the game still, so that's not really helping the 76ers that much to win. But let me tell you something. James Harden is now on the Nets. I mean, no, the 76ers. He is now on the 76ers, and he wasn't in the starting lineup. So, like I said, once he gets in the lineup with the 76ers, once he gets the reps in, gets the practice in, he will be better. And I mean, he will be better than when Ben Simmons was on the 76ers. I'm counting on it. I definitely think this is James Harden's year. I definitely think this is the team that he really wants to play on. And once he is in the starting lineup, the 76ers, no doubt, will be unstoppable. And they will be better than the Bucks. Count on it. So yeah, definitely it's gonna get good for the 76ers going forward. And it's gonna really help them in the playoffs. Obviously the 76ers are definitely gonna make it in the playoffs right now, going with the Bucks. But yeah, really good right now, 76ers. They're on a roll, and it's not gonna stop once Harden gets in the lineup. Rockets got ruined in Los Angeles, 111-142, facing the Clippers. Obviously, the Rockets, they still got some improvement. As for the Clippers, obviously, Paul George is really being excellent on the court, although we should be seeing more passing. But other than that, Clippers right now, they really got that strong win. As that's really going to wrap it up for today's Sports Grind. Really, we're going to wrap it up for NFL Super Bowl and really NFL in general. NFL, obviously, is coming to a close. So we're really just going to be having NBA to talk about, which I'll definitely talk about a lot of games when NBA starts up. Next week, because obviously the show is not going to be as long when we talk about the NBA. And so MLB, I just got word that they're not going to be having spring training until really through March 5th. So that's really bad. I really want to see Dodger baseball again. And really this lockout is really pushing back the MLB season. We're not going to be talking much about the MLB. Really, it's just NBA from here, as obviously the NBA is looking really good. But as for the NFL, it was a really good season. Saints, I really hope they have a better season next year. They really lost a lot of players, and this is just a build-up for them. And as for the Rams, they are your Super Bowl champions, and hopefully they can repeat it again. As for the Bengals, another year. I really feel bad for Joe Burrow. So without further ado, that's going to wrap it up. My name is Tyler Wargo, and thank you guys for watching The Sports Grind, Season 3, Episode 20.